How often have you found yourself thinking about one day? One day, I'm going to pursue my dreams. One day, I'm going to take the trip of a lifetime. One day, I'm going to hike the Arizona Trail. You know what? Enough about one day. It's time to turn one day into day one.
If you can't sleep, I'll be there in your dreams. I'll be there in your dreams if you can't sleep at all. And in your dreams, I'll touch your cheek and lay my head on your shoulder.
I shared a shuttle to the border with a hiker named Alexi from Quebec. He was much younger and faster than me, so we only hiked together for a few days. This is where we camped last night. Had a nice protection from this ridge because it was kind of breezy. It got below freezing, but I was warm in my tent, although I didn't sleep that well because it's the first night. Once you get out of the tent though, it's a little bit chilly, so we're going to be heading on our way a little bit. We ended up doing 11.2 trail miles and an extra 1.7 of backtracking to get to the border. Not bad starting at noon, and we hiked into the dark. It was very dark when we stopped, but now we're ready to start day 2. This is some amazing and cruisy trail this morning. Pretty flat, slight downhill. Temperature's perfect. It's awesome. Lunchtime, laying out the gear, getting it dried out. Quilt got a little damp last night from the condensation. Tent was frosted up this morning, but should be all fine now. We're probably about 10 miles in on the day. The trail today has been amazing. Very flat, very smooth, easy walking. We're not really busting out huge miles because we're trying to just take our time and not overdo it. This is the kind of trail conditions that make you want to do a huge day, but we're just taking a relaxed stroll today. But beautiful out here, just beautiful. Here is camp on night 2. I'm there. Lexi is right there. And it's a pretty nice view. If you walk over here, you can kind of take a look. You can see, I think that's Mexico way off in the distance. Quick wrap up for tonight. We did 15.1 miles today. Started out with 2,500 feet straight down, and that was tough. But then it was really flat, and then at the last part, a little bit of a climb. But overall, great day. This trail has been really nice so far. The water's been really good as well. That's because of the snow. I'm expecting tomorrow, it's probably going to be starting to get to the cow water, but that's all part of the Arizona Trail. But probably about 2 days out from Patagonia. We're about 23 miles from there now. We're going to try to get a good chunk of it done tomorrow, and then have a smaller day on Sunday, which will allow us to either take a Nero or just a short day and take a 0 the next day. But wrapping up day 2. Greeted with an amazing view right out of camp this morning. Beginning of day 3. This is a water source where my wife would say, but that's what it is. So I gotta grab some here. So this is what the water's like that I got out of there. It's really not that bad. It's actually more clear than the water I get out of the lakes and streams back home in Wisconsin. We just found this like 0.1 ahead of the cow water, so I'm gonna dump out the cow water and take the flowing stream water. Although the cow water didn't look too bad. If you're camping out here and you want a room with a view, this one would be it. One thing I absolutely love about this trail so far is that there's a nice mix of challenging, either uphill or downhill, and then beautiful, easy, flat stuff. Like you wouldn't want to just walk on this all day. Well, maybe you would, but you want to have some challenges along the way, and the trail definitely gives you those. Some climbs and descents of a couple thousand feet. But then you get rewarded with this, and then you can kind of get your energy back for the next big push, which uphill or downhill, which is it's so nice. And you can also like make a good mile per hour pace on this stuff. So even though you're going slow up and down the hills, you're making up for it on this part. Love this trail so far. Oh yeah, that was a nice squeak, solid hinge. Yeah, that's at least an 8 out of 10, maybe more. We could either drink this or there's a spring couple blocks ahead. I think we're gonna do that, about 0.5. We were filtering water downstream and then Alexi looked upstream and pointed at this, like, well, I think those Sawyers are pretty solid against poop, but we're gonna find out. Here is camp tonight. I'm here and we're camping with Hippie, and then over here is Alexi. Let me kind of show you our view. Hey, there's Hippie right there.
Hey, what's up?
This sunset tonight is pretty sweet. This is our view from camp. It's awesome. Then over here we've got some cattle in the area. They're not too far from us, maybe 50 yards from our tents, but they're not bothering us. And we're gonna stay out of their way too. So overall, pretty solid day. We did 17.7 miles, and we only have like maybe 5.5 or so tomorrow, less than 6, whatever it is, into Patagonia, where we are staying at the Terra Sol campground. Pretty excited about that. They have showers and laundry, and we'll head into Patagonia, resupply, and then we will grab stuff to eat, maybe even have some town food. Cannot wait. I think there's going to be a lot of backpackers there, so that's going to be a good time. But anyways, we're going to eat dinner and head off to bed. That's it for day 3. Good morning. Welcome to day 4. What a night last night. It was just beautiful. And sat up talking for a while. Heard some coyotes howling. Had cows walking through camp like the whole time. It was pretty funny. But off to town today. Be a short day on trail, less than 6 miles. And then we're going to be there for some showers and laundry. That'll be pretty nice. Hi guys, good morning. Nothing to see here. Keep on grazing. 2.2 mile road walk to the campground. Showers and town food. Yes. Here we go. Made it to Terra Sol. So Terra Sol is unbelievable. So they give you this pad to put your tent on, and then there's this huge yard that everybody camps in. You could put like, I don't know, 100 tents in here if you had to. There's Alexi over there. We've got Hippie over there setting up. And Give you a bike ride into town. Showers are included. All this for 25 bucks. You can do laundry at the RV park for like 5 bucks. So this is home for the night. All right, I got to give you a quick tour of Cherasol Campground. This is quite the place, and it's just really set up just for hikers. And we had a great time last night. Had a nice campfire, but let me show you around. So this area has like this zipper plastic thing, so it stays nice and warm in here. There's a little heater in the corner, and then you come back in here. There's a shower. You get a free towel that you hang up here when you're done. There's a nice sitting area in the shade here on this side. I've got my pack ready to go. Then there's a little building that's got a charging station and a bathroom, and then they have a bunch of bikes here that you can just take into town. It's a little over a half-mile walk, but not too bad to walk it, but the bikes make it a lot easier if your feet are tired. And then if you come outside, nice fire pit area. We hung out there last night. Kind of a covered seating area for people to hang out, and then again, here's the big tenting area. About to head out in a little bit. I'm hiking with a guy named Lufa today. He's done the AT before, so a pretty experienced hiker. And we're just going to do a shorter day, so kind of like 2 short days in a row rather than a 0, and letting the body heal up. But we're heading out a little bit. We're going to get some lunch in Patagonia, then hit the trail. And excited. Looking forward to getting out there again. It's nice out today. A little breezy, but temps are good. Lufa on the guitar. I just made it to the Temporal Gulch Trailhead, finished up from camp, maybe about 7.1 miles, and now we're going to see if we can find a place to camp for the night. So here's camp tonight. Really nice spot. Lupa's over there, and we've got a nice stream coming through right there. First night not dry camping, which is pretty cool. Got a dinner rolling right here, and if you can see, I've got this screen that I talked about in my last video on here. The windscreen, homemade one. So far, I'm gonna need some improvements because, as you can see, it's already developing some holes. So maybe some aluminum tape reinforcements or something. This cool thing is right next to where we're camping, and it's like a canyon that kind of goes way back there, and there's some running water in it. Goes way around. Now I'm not going to climb back there because I don't want to get hurt, but it looks pretty cool. Did just 8 miles today, left just after lunch, and wanted to keep it easy. So instead of taking a 0, we did back-to-back Neros. And tomorrow we're going to push a little bit farther and see what happens. But a really nice night. It's a little windy, a little cool, but really nice overall. It was a good hike today. So wrapping up day 5, and we'll catch you later for day 6. Morning, everybody. Had a decent night's sleep last night until about 3:15 a.m. where you see this road. a truck came by at 3:15 and then must have gone up the hill and then turned around and came back at about 3:30. I have no idea why. I'm not sure there are too many legal activities that are happening on a deserted mountain road at 3 in the morning. But other than that, it was a decent night's sleep. Warmest night on trail yet. I think it's probably still 50 degrees. I don't think it dropped below 50 last night, which is surprising. I never thought I would have a night at 50 the whole trip. I thought it was always going to be like 40 or below. So really nice, pleasant night to sleep. And we are off. Going to go around Mount Wrightson today. The trail goes doesn't go over Wrightson. It kind of goes part of the way up and then back down. And then it gets really flat for a while. So we'll see how many miles we get today. Not sure, but should be plenty of water on the trail as well. Looking forward to that. So off we go. We just did a couple miles of road walk, and now we're finally heading back to the actual trail. Temporal Gulch Trailhead. And then here we go. Upon further review, we see that little arrow pointing to the right, so no, we are going up here, still on the road for who knows how long, but it is easy walking. Finally got on the actual trail again, but that road walk wasn't too bad. It's just kind of like a really wide trail, really. But about to do about 600 feet up to the top, so we are almost 3/4 of the way there from this morning, and then it is pretty much all downhill the rest of the day. It's chilly out, a little breezy, but honestly for hiking weather, about perfect. Just made it over the highest point of where the trail goes on this particular mountain and rewarded with a spectacular view. The downhill off of Wrightson is pretty nice. It's graded well. If it's steep, there's switchbacks and a little rugged at times, but a lot of really nice packed dirt trail like this. Not bad at all. Just had an hour-long break for lunch. Got the feet rested up, and now back on the trail. It's supposed to be really easy and flat for like the next 3 miles. There was a trail runner guy that stopped by where we were having lunch, and it's like, yeah, super easy, super flat, so looking forward to that. Not sure how much farther I'm going to go today. I mean, a lot farther, because we're only like 7.7 in on the day. It took us a while to get up and over that big climb, but we'll just see how we feel. Off we go. Here's some water running across the trail. This is like a regular old river. I'm really surprised, and maybe it's just because it's a really wet year, but there's been so much water on the Arizona Trail. I'm only 70 miles in, and I know that's going to change, but so far, a ton of water. I'm standing outside Kentucky Camp, and if you come here, talk to the caretaker, because it was extremely windy last night, and he was able to give us some really good intel on some campsites that were extremely secluded from the wind, and helped keep us nice and warm last night. So great place. They've got pit toilets and running water outside, and garbage so you can throw your stuff away. So really happy we stayed near here last night, and off this morning, and away we go. Kentucky Camp was where I first met 3 of my favorite people on trail: Eye Roll, Raspberry, and Cherry Pit. I didn't know it at the time, but Eye Roll would eventually become my hiking companion and dear friend. Just got some unexpected trail magic from a guy named Zach. Came across the road and there was supposed to be a water cache there, and I was kind of worried because I was running low on water, and a lot of the sources that were supposed to have water as a few days ago were dry. And not only is there water, but there's a guy, I had a couple of Gatorades, a banana, and he had all kinds of stuff there, so we chatted for quite a while. And thank you, Zach, that was much appreciated, and a nice stop and a nice rest. Thank you. The wind is still here a little bit, but has died down tremendously. I don't know if you could tell in some of the video from earlier today, but I don't know what sustained winds were, but like 50 miles an hour maybe. There were times it was like just blowing me over. It was crazy, but perfect temperature for walking in, so I appreciate that. Well, there's a big milestone, 100 miles on the journey so far. It's exciting. Ooh, just made it to camp, and I think I got over 20 miles today. I gotta do all the calculations when I lay down in bed, but let's take a look at the view that we have from camp. Not bad. Not bad at all. I've got my dinner going down here. More Knorr pasta side, creamy shell, garlic shells. And then here's my tent. Oh, I gotta fix this up a little bit. It's kind of saggy, but so you can see I'm surrounded by cacti, and I gotta be a little careful as I'm walking around here. But I got my sleeping pad set up. So overall, yeah, real nice day. Very windy at first. Then after lunch, it kind of calmed down a bit. Got that trail magic, which was awesome. And the trail for the first probably 2/3 of the day was very cruisy. And then the last third was a little bit more rugged, but I was still able to make decent progress. And I probably have about 23 miles into Colossal Cave to get my resupply, so I'm going to do a good chunk of that tomorrow, leaving a short day on Friday where I can pick that up, recharge my stuff, and then kind of set myself up for getting up Mount Micah and into Saguaro National Park. That's exciting. So that is all I'm going to film right now this evening because I'm exhausted. I'm going to eat my Knorr pasta side of creamy garlic shells, and I'm going to bed. And we'll see you all in the morning.